Hey guys, Marcin here. This is going to be the second part for the Inferno Teamplay Basic series, and I'll be going over the T side. And yeah, let's get right into it. So if you're coming from the CT side, or have already watched the CT side part of this series, then you know that as a CT, you want to be trying to get the advantage in the round whenever you can, a lot of times early round. So as a terrorist, you're going to want to try and take away opportunities for the CTs to get advantage. So, pretty easy way to do that is, a lot of pros and a lot of good teams, they'll use their nades to prevent the CTs from going for early picks or getting early map control, like this nade right here, the Molly Pop Banana, or you should always throw this nade, or this Molly, so then you can't get peeked from window. And either there's an opper in mid, you can always just flash him off. But you should always, theory craft, find ways to prevent the CTs from picking you off or taking map control. And then the other way to prevent the CTs from getting advantage is to take map control yourself. So as a terrorist, you don't want to just be saying bottom banana. You got to be proactive, and you got to take banana. You got to take brackets, which pretty easy. Molly the corner, flash your team in, boom, you have it. Right? Come to brackets, smoke arch, molly this, molly lane, flash in, boom, you have brackets. But if you're playing against a good team, they're not just gonna sit back while you take this, or they're not gonna wait for you to exec. After you take this control, a good team's gonna regress and they're gonna go for info. So as a terrorist, if you've taken, like, best case, you've taken brackets and banana, and you have like 2 people top banana and 3 people in brackets, what you should be doing is waiting for the CT reaggression for, it could be like 20 to 30 seconds, depending on how long into the round it took you guys to take this control. You want to wait for the reaggression, okay, because they will do it. If you're playing a good team, they will go for a reaggression. They're gonna smoke this, molly this, and you gotta be ready for that, because if you're not, you're just gonna get picked off and you're gonna die, and you're gonna lose the round. But what if you do get a kill on your default? What should you do then? So say you're taking banana, and you molly corner, and you kill a dude that's just sitting sandbags. You should not run in here, because this dude that's probably setting up a flash is probably gonna just instant smoke molly if you run in, and you're probably gonna get shot as you're running through the smoke. Okay? Unless this guy is close and you're able to get a kill instantly, he's gonna be set up in a good position, and you're most likely gonna be 2 banana, and he'll be able to get 2 kills pretty easily if he drops like a smoke. When you should run in is if these 2 are playing close together, and you kill one and you know exactly where the other dude is, then you should run in. If you don't know where he is, he's probably gonna be in like a off angle or playing from the smoke, and he's gonna easily kill the 2 players that are just running in. Okay, don't just run in like headless chickens. What is good is if you wait, dude from A is probably gonna rotate to B. And when he rotates, that offers an opportunity, like a timing, for you guys, your team, to walk out mid a lot of times. Because when they're playing 2-1A, they probably aren't going to be playing like arch lane, because then, most teams are going to be worried about the apps lurk. They'll be most likely playing Moto with an op, and one dude pit jiggling apps in lane. So there's offers a timing for you and your team to walk out A and go for just an exec on the 2 guys that are here, or you could nade stack or just do anything, okay? But it's always better if you don't know where the other person is after you get a pick, to not rush in, just wait for the rotate, so then they go into like a 2-2 setup, and it makes it so much easier for you guys to exec A or just get a timing coming out mid. And yeah, that's when you should run in, and that's when you should also wait after you get a pick on a default. So if you have just any basic knowledge of Team CS, you'll realize that that's basically just defaulting, right? And defaulting is something that you will do heavily as a T side on Inferno, okay? There's not many strats you can run from spawn unless they're rush strats, right? Like rush and banana or pulse pop, because it's hard to get into places to exec a site when you don't have the map control. So before you can ever do any real strats, you should always be taking, or you should always be defaulting, taking map control. And when you default, the goal is not to kill, not to get any kills. Like, it'll happen, you will get kills, but the goal of the default is not to get kills. It's to get map control, and it's to get info. A lot of teams, when they don't get kills in their defaults, they just crumble, okay? That's not the point of the default. So you want to get info, you want to, if you're a player on Banana, and you hear, or you see how they've been playing, right? They do something every round, like they just jiggle CT, you gotta tell your IGL that. Then you can come up with a strat to counter it, right? If he's jiggling CT, you can just nade stack him and get a free kill. So the point of the default is not to get kills, it's to get map control, and it's to get info so that you can go into your execs or your strats, like your set strats. Alright, so now that you have map control, you know, you have top banana, you guys should just exec, right? No. You should not just exec, because if these guys on B have not used any of their nades, you throw, you know, a CT smoke and a coffin smoke, a molly new box, a molly dark, a molly second. This guy can cancel all that with just a smoke, a molly, just a flash, and then you've wasted half your nades for nothing. Okay? You do not want to exec right after you get map control. You have to keep track of the CT nades. So then you know which site's going to be weak, right? And you have to bait the nades. A lot of bad players on Banana, they'll just use their smokes at the start of the round after they see someone here. Like if you just jiggle this, he'll probably throw a smoke. And that's a pretty easy way to bait the nades. Or you could throw a CT smoke, and he may even panic and throw a Molotov. But you're gonna have to trade nades with the guys on the site. You don't want to do that everywhere on the map. You have to do it most likely where you're gonna end up with the exec, because the people that default here can throw their nades, and then the guys that are coming back from the A default, they'll have their nades for the exec. Right? So you don't always have to do this. It depends on their economy too. You want to make sure though that these guys, when you're going in for an exec, don't have any nades. They'll just completely kill your execution, because then then you're fucked. You'll have no nades, you'll be panicking, you'll be scrambling, and you're just gonna have to run in, do a molly through flashes. Okay? Just bait their nades, wait, and then you can finally do your exec. Okay? You've taken the map control, you've baited their nades, you know how they're playing, you can do your exec. You know. And then hopefully you just win your gunfights as you're coming in. You should. You have the advantage, right? You have flashes coming in. It's, if you have everyone on your team here, it's 5v2 on site. Yeah. So that was the basics for T-Side Inferno. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope you enjoyed. Please give me any feedback in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching.